to another episode of Tasty Food Easy. Well, tonight I'm going to create one of my all-time favourites. It's a baked Kahlua cheesecake. Now I know a lot of people go, oh, cheesecakes are hard to make. This one's pretty easy, and it's a souffle cheesecake. Light and fluffy, and it is brilliant. Now it does take a bit of time because you've got to let the souffle cool down in the oven overnight, but we'll be able to film all of this and I'll show you how to make it. So to start off with, our main ingredients are going to be butternut snap cookies to do the base, Kahlua, we've got a bit of butter to go with the butternut snap biscuits so that it'll help it stick into the pan. We've got Philadelphia cream cheese, sour cream, we've got a bit of nutmeg and a bit of cinnamon that are going to go into the base, and we've got a bit of vanilla that's going to go into the cream cheese filling. Now on top of that we're going to do a coffee chantilly cream to go over the top, and we're also going to do toffee shards, so it's going to look spectacular. So let's get stuck into it. First things first is we've got to crush up the butternut snaps. Now I've got 3 packets of butternut snaps, and that generally I find will line a tin this size. Now we're going to have a bit of noise here, but we'll put all the victims in and away we'll go. Alright, perfect. Now it's a fairly good crumb. As you can see, it's pretty well smashed up. So we'll just put that into one of our metal pans. Now it's not as crushed up as I want it to be, so we might have to give it a little bit of a sift out and give it another bit of a crush. Now into our crumb mix we're going to whack some cinnamon. So a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon and a couple of teaspoons of nutmeg. That should be nice. Just give that a bit of a stir around so it's all in there. Then you're going to put about 100 mils, or exactly 100 mils of melted butter, and just pour that around, and we're going to stir that through, and that's going to help it just stick when we put it into the pan. So just give it a bit of a mix, try and get everything coated. If you think it's a little bit under, then put some more butter in. But you don't want to put too much butter in because it will spread everywhere. But you want to make it so that it will stick into the pan. So if we need to put some more in, we'll put some more in. Probably not the best stirrer in the world to use. Yeah, maybe bigger. Just give it a mix around, try and get all that butter coating over everything. And what you do, just grab a handful and just see if it's going to hold, if it's going to clump. Now I think we might need another 50 mils of butter in that, so it's going to be 150 mils of butter, but I will put that into the ingredients when I put it down the bottom. So as I say, you don't want too much because then it'll make it too hard and heavy. But I'm thinking at the moment, looking at this, that it will need another 50. So we melted down another 50 mils, so that's 150 mils now going into this. So, because the base is sort of the most important part in this so that it holds beautifully. Don't want it all crumbling down into your cheesecake. So, which it does do a little bit, but that's one of those things with making your own base. So, again, just get your hands in there, just make sure that it's all around all of the crumb, and then I'll show you how we prepare the pan for it. What we have to do is get our pan, and we want a base piece, so it's good enough for the base piece. And then we're going to need some to go around the pan. So you've got to look at two pieces are going to go around and they're going to into loops. So we want to get a nice piece and we're just going to cut them off the two edges. So let's go like that. Okay. Spring pan, always the best and easiest. Now you can go either way. You can either go with it up like that, which I like to do. Makes it easier to get the cheesecake out, so it's not sitting within that dip. So basically, I just put the paper on. I don't spray the bottom for this. I only spray the sides. So, and just try and keep it tight. Okay, now that we've got the base in, we're just going to give the sides a bit of a spray. There you go. So that's the start of it. So from there, we put our crumb in. So go about half of it in the bottom. Spread it evenly over the bottom. You don't want it too thick on the bottom, but at the same time you don't want it too thin either. And then just press it down with your hands. Okay, so now we're going to start pushing the side walls up and getting them to stick, which they are doing now. Okay, so that's the base. Now you can put it in the fridge if you want. Again, just check it and make sure that it's not crumbling too much down into it. Filling's pretty easy. It does take a little bit though, so we may have to do it in several batches just to make sure that it's all blended nicely, but we'll try it in one go. So generally it's 3 packs of Philadelphia cheese. I generally put 800 to, I'll actually put a little bit more in because of the size of this base. So it's probably going to be about 1,000 mils of sour cream. So also 3 eggs as well, and about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Caps of Kahlua. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we might just go 6 just to start off with. Let's see how it goes. Bring our base back over. And just start to slowly spoon it in. what we're going to do now is put it into a 160-degree oven, and we're going to cook it for an hour. Okay, now we're going to do the toffee. Now the toffee is very, very easy to make. It's only just sugar and water. Just get a fair amount of sugar. I never really measure out toffee, the amount of sugar and water, so I just look at basically what I think I'm going to need. I'm just going to do the toffee shards on the top of the cheesecake. Alright, that's a fair amount. So all you want to do then is just cover it with water. And then just put it on the stove on a low heat. Now I've got this on the stove on the high heat at the moment, and we're just stirring the sugar in until it dissolves into the water. Once it starts to bubble, we don't want to touch it again. We just want to let it sit there and bubble and colour. So just keep stirring it until the sugar all dissolves into the water. Okay guys, our toffee is starting to get to the stage where the water's all boiled out, and now it's just liquid sugar that's boiling away. It's starting to get to the stage where it's going to change colour. It'll be about another 2 to 3, maybe 5 minutes, and then it'll start to change colour. And then I'll show you pouring it out. We'll smooth it all out so that we can then smash it up and create shards. Okay everyone, our toffee is just about ready. It's just starting to change colour. So I'm going to be taking it off the stove soon, and I'll lay it out on here, and we'll just give it a bit of a smooth out. We don't want to go too berserk with it. So it's just starting to get to that honey colour at the moment. Actually, I'll spin it around and let you see. So it's just starting to get to that honey colour. We want it to go just a little bit darker than that, and we'll take it off and we'll pour it out. Alright guys, we're at that stage now where you can pour it out. It's that beautiful honey colour. It's great. Now we want to thin it out a bit. So what we're going to do is just give it a bit of a spread. Don't want to thin it out too much because it'll make it too brittle, but at the same time we don't want it too thick so that people can't actually eat it. Okay guys, now we're going to make the coffee cream that's going to go on top of the cheesecake. So basically about 250 mils of cream that's going in. Make sure you get it all in. Alright, so that's some cold coffee. Put a little bit of that in. A little bit of vanilla essence, just a cap of it. A couple of caps of Kahlua. And we've got some castor sugar, man. Just going to put just a dessert spoon of castor sugar in there as well, just to sweeten it all up. Actually, you might go a bit more, 1.5. And blitz it till it's nice and thick. So we should be able to get a good blitz on this. Alright, that's good. Okay, that's looking good. Yep, that's about how thick you want it. Now we're going to put it onto the cheesecake. I'll just get it out of the way. Grab our cheesecake. And just start spinning it on. Now at this stage, we can probably take the paper out of the sides with any luck, without doing too much damage. You may lose a little bit of crust. Alright, cool. Again, licking my fingers, as I shouldn't do. And now we're going to snap up our shards and put our shards on. So you want to try and get nice big pieces, if you can. Try and get as much of it off as you can and sprinkle it over the top of it. Just gives it that bit of a rustic sort of look. And that's it. That's our beautiful baked Kahlua cheesecake, all ready for our freedom party this evening. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to catch you again soon.